What is Gulak's obsession with Daniel Bryan?
It's not an obsession. Everything Drew Gulak has stated has been out of a place of respect and admiration. Drew Gulak, we both know, Michael, is not exactly the best in social situations. The guy can be downright awkward. I think maybe some of these things were misconstrued. My question is, does Drew Gulak know his own weaknesses as well as he claims to know Daniel Bryan's?
Well, Drew Gulak told me earlier today that when he was a young man growing up in the sports entertainment business, nice fireman carry takedown to Daniel Bryan. He said that he would study tapes of Daniel Bryan. He wanted to be just like Bryan, and he says over the years of doing this, he realized Bryan has some weaknesses, which he's going to exploit here tonight.
Drew Gulak has the utmost respect and admiration for Daniel Bryan, and tonight realizes the opportunity at hand to conquer one of his heroes, one of the all-time greats. Imagine what it would do for Drew Gulak's career to defeat Daniel Bryan tonight at Elimination Chamber.
Again, another great takedown into a wrist lock, and Drew Gulak stabilizing Bryan here in the early going of this match. Bryan, a 5-time world champion. Oh, and a shoulder tackle. Gulak knocks Bryan down, and Daniel Bryan looks to reset and regroup.
We've seen over the past several weeks, Drew Gulak has simply given pointers to the opponents of Daniel Bryan, and it's worked relatively effectively. Daniel's been taken to the limit quite a few times.
We saw Heath Slater improve from one week to the next under the tutelage of Gulak. We saw Curtis Axel do very well against Daniel Bryan as well. And tonight it's Gulak trying his fare with Bryan.
And let's be honest, we're not the only ones that have seen this. This isn't the same Daniel Bryan, right, wrong, or indifferent, since encountering The Fiend some months ago.
Side headlock takedown by Bryan, and now in control of Gulak. Gulak, the hard-nosed, in-your-face grappler from right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Two true masters of the mat game doing battle right now. Expect a lot of strategy, some very unique counters and reversals. Two of the most technically sound athletes in all of WWE.
Well, there is a reason that Gulak's nickname used to be, Corey, the Philadelphia Stretcher. And now look at Daniel Bryan trying to work his way out of this hold by Gulak.
Beautiful escape by Daniel Bryan into the half crab.
And now Gulak with the crab applied. Had to turn on his back and does so successfully. Kicks targeted to the shoulder and the chest, and now turns things around on Daniel Bryan.
Beautiful. Drew Gulak backing up all of his statements to this point in the matchup right now. And you have to almost forgive Drew Gulak and his awkwardness. Social situations have never been his milieu. Drew Gulak spent his entire life learning how to hurt people. Look at this.
Daniel Bryan rolling over, Gulak as well. Both men making it to the near the bottom rope, and both grab hold, and it's going to force the official to break. Again, perhaps not quite what Bryan expected here tonight.
See a mouse beginning to form under the left eye of Drew Gulak.
Capacity crowd here in Philadelphia of 14,853 WWE fans for Elimination Chamber, and now Daniel Bryan's going to regroup. And Corey, you don't often see this.
Daniel Bryan isn't hurt this badly. This is just evidence that Drew Gulak is making Daniel Bryan reconfigure his game plan. Daniel Bryan underestimated Gulak tonight. When is the last time you saw Daniel Bryan roll out during a match to study his opponent and replan his game?
I just asked you that question. I haven't never seen it, I don't believe. And we just looked at the back of Daniel Bryan because he was right here in front of us. He has a hand welt already building from Drew Gulak. This has been a physical match so far. Now Bryan trying to determine what he's going to do against a man once known as a technical Terminator.
No fear in the eyes of Drew Gulak, standing and challenging Daniel Bryan for ring positioning.
This takedown by Daniel Bryan as he picks the ankle.
And up to this very moment, it seems as though Drew Gulak has something of a psychological advantage as well. How cautious, how deliberate Daniel Bryan's being forced to be during every movement.
So far, Gulak has had a counter for everything.
Oh, look at this.
Much more aggressive Bryan here, punishing Gulak.
Perhaps that's Gulak's strategy, realizing how aggressive Daniel Bryan's been recently, maybe to the point of recklessness. Look at the power of Gulak trying to adjust to minimize the impact of the submission.
And he was able to, and once again, right back to the ankle of the leg, and Daniel Bryan.
Heel hook. Daniel Bryan felt it coming, able to roll to his stomach to prevent Gulak from finishing the submission.
And Corey, the way this is playing out is everything Bryan has tried, Gulak has countered and put it on better than
effective.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's got to feel like he's grappling with a mirror image of himself right now. Gulak has been masterful to this point.
One of the things about Gulak, he's been called a student of the game, and he's showing that here tonight. And now Gulak, perfectly executed.
Look at the agony on the face of Daniel Bryan, in his knees and his shoulders.
And now Bryan, though, able to land back on his feet. Now with a well-placed kick to the back of the knee of Gulak.
That's a sign of frustration from Daniel Bryan. To me, that's the first true, pure strike we've seen to this point in the matchup. From not being in a grappling position. And look at this, Gulak had it scouted.
And now just slapping away, and now a big chop to Bryan, and Gulak's got him backed into the corner. And now Daniel Bryan gonna turn the tables, and Bryan with chops of his own, and now the well-placed kicks caught by Gulak again.
Dragon screw down to the center of the ring. Gulak has been able to solve everything Bryan has attempted.
And again, working on the leg of Daniel Bryan. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Gulak informed Heath Slater, told Slater to work the leg of Bryan. Slater did that, and Gulak's now doing that here again tonight.
And it's such a sound strategy because the legs are of paramount importance for all of Daniel Bryan's offense, from planning for the kicks.
Well, his finishing move, the running knee.
Exactly.
And now Gulak, scissors, have Bryan in control. Daniel Bryan trying to do everything he can to figure out a way of this predicament. Oh, and look at that, dropping him right on the top of his skull.
That was clever. That was genius, to be honest. Drew Gulak with almost a short pile driver, preventing Daniel's escape from the head scissors.
Well, there is no way, Corey, that Daniel Bryan expected this out of Gulak tonight. And now working on the neck of Daniel Bryan. And let's not forget Daniel Bryan, a history of neck issues.
Oh, look at this power from Gulak.
Bryan almost had his career ended because of neck injuries. Covered by Gulak. Is it enough to put him away? Hook of the leg and a kick out of two. Gulak almost had Bryan.
Daniel Bryan has been all out of sorts as we look back at the strength of Drew Gulak, disorienting Daniel Bryan and nearly earning the biggest singles victory of his career.
Gulak perhaps is found and is now exploiting the weakness of Bryan. Oh, thunderous chop. And another. Gulak looking for the suplex, blocked by Bryan, at least momentarily. Body shots by Gulak. Bryan blocks again.
Daniel Bryan maintaining a defensive position, making Drew Gulak work for it. I think a knee connected.
And this time it's Daniel Bryan dumping, going! Both Bryan hit hard as well. Gulak and Bryan.
End over the top rope to the floor.
A nasty fall by both men. As we take another look, this was ugly.
This was desperation from Daniel Bryan, and it was effective at neutralizing Gulak, but also took a little bit more out of an already wounded Daniel Bryan.
Now the official begins the count. Gulak and Bryan both outside the ring, still on their knees. The official at a count of 5. Look at the welts growing in the back of Daniel Bryan. Both men using the apron to get back to their feet. Will they beat the count? They do.
Let's look at this one more time. Gulak hoisted over the top rope and hangs on, dragging Bryan down with him. And there's the welts you mentioned on the back of Daniel Bryan. Drew Gulak came prepared to fight tonight.
Again, the bruising style of Gulak. And Daniel Bryan, though, we know about the heart of this man. Bryan looking to fight back. Now second rope, caught by Gulak. Into the full Nelson reversal. Oh, my, what a back suplex by Gulak. Here's the cover. Is it enough to put Bryan away? And a kick out at 2.
Saito-style suplex of Drew Gulak, driving Bryan down on the back of his neck. Look.
And Corey, once again, Daniel Bryan, and look at how he's motioning with his fingers in his arm. And we mentioned the neck injury earlier, and let's take another look at the way that Daniel Bryan
Yeah, the suplex, high angle, Daniel Bryan right across the top of his shoulders, base of his neck.
And Corey, the reason I go back to the way that Bryan was moving his arm and fingers is, remember, a number of years ago, before his serious neck injury started, Daniel Bryan had a match stop because of that. Initially, they thought it was a stinger. It ended up being a very serious neck injury. And the way that Daniel Bryan came off that suplex, you have to wonder if that's the case again.
It certainly gave us pause for a moment. It appears as though Daniel Bryan's still trying to get the feeling back into his fingertips, but it appears to be okay. The official checked him out.
Roll now, shoulders down, is it enough? And Gulak kicks it too. And Daniel Bryan looking to counter in the full Nelson. Gulak, though, able to roll through. Bryan again. Oh, what a
dragon
by Bryan. Is it enough to put him away? And Gulak kicks out at 2 after a wicked dragon suplex by Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan held on into the pinning combination. To your point earlier, if Daniel Bryan had full strength in his right arm, would he have been able to finish the 3 count? That remains to be seen.
And now a German suplex by Gulak, shoulders down yet again. Bryan's got a roll out at 2, and Daniel Bryan's hurting.
No doubt about it. You have to take your hat off to Drew Gulak, who, since realizing there's been a weakness in Daniel Bryan's game, potentially a neck injury, Gulak has targeted Daniel Bryan's back and neck with suplexes and a full Nelson.
Waistlock again by Bryan, an elbow by Gulak, standing switch, and another throw! Oh my God! Bryan landed hard. Bryan landed hard on his neck. Is it enough for Gulak to move Bryan over? Can barely move the body. And a kick out by Bryan at 2, and Daniel Bryan is going to roll out of the ring. Daniel Bryan may be seriously hurt.
Look at the height and the impact. Daniel,
oh my God.
They're saying they're going to play another replay. I'd rather not watch this again. It's got to bring about some concerns for Daniel Bryan. Not the athlete, but the man who overcame so many odds to return to WWE. At what point is the risk too much?
And Daniel Bryan back to his feet, trying to make it back in the ring. And now on a count of 7, count of 8 now. A count of 9. Daniel Bryan beats it before 10. Gulak into the cover. Hooks the leg, and Bryan at 2. Somehow Daniel Bryan beat the count back into the ring. But how wise was that, Corey?
Not wise at all. This is a perfect case of Daniel Bryan's heart being bigger than his brain.
Lands on his feet. Daniel Bryan somehow trying to rally back in this matchup, running on adrenaline alone. And he connected to Gulak. Both men down. Daniel Bryan trying somehow to get back into this.
Bryan running on pure adrenaline at this point, fueled by the WWE Universe. The impact of the elbow to Drew Gulak sounded like a home run shot off the Louisville Slugger.
And if you're Gulak now, you gotta wonder, what do I have to do to put Daniel Bryan away? I had him down and out. I dropped him on the back of his neck, and he's still going strong.
But Drew Gulak, arguably the fresher of the 2 competitors. Despite all he's endured from Daniel Bryan, Drew still has a deep arsenal at his disposal.
And now Bryan with the kicks. Well-placed kicks in the corner. And Daniel Bryan up to the 2nd rope, now going up to the top rope. Uh-oh, Gulak able to slip underneath, and a wise move by Gulak.
Nothing fancy, incredibly effective by Drew Gulak, buying some much-needed time to recuperate, recover, and replan. Oh, this is going to end it. If Gulak nails this, it is over.
From the top rope, face first goes Bryan. Gulak rolls through, and he's trying to set up Daniel Bryan here.
But look, Gulak wants the Gulak, the dragon sleeper, from behind.
That's Gulak's bread and butter. And the question is Bryan going to tap out, injured neck and all, to the dragon sleeper of Drew Gulak? And elbows now right into the chest of Bryan. And again now, trying to lock it in. Bryan rolls through. Bryan able to roll through and counter into the yes-lock. Looking to lock it in. Daniel Bryan doesn't quite have it locked in yet.
Hammer fist weakening Gulak. It's in now.
The yes-lock, middle of the ring. Gulak trying to pry Bryan's hands apart. Trying to somehow make it to the bottom rope.
He's going to tear Gulak's shoulder out.
Gulak may be out.
Gulak might be passed out from the pain. That's it.
Here is your winner, Daniel Bryan.
What a matchup. Drew Gulak passing out to the yes lock. Daniel Bryan victorious here tonight.
But come tomorrow morning, Daniel Bryan's going to know all too well he was in a hell of a fight with Gulak tonight.
You see the expression on the face of Daniel Bryan. What a performance by both these men, especially Drew Gulak here at Elimination Chamber.
Drew Gulak, sensing Daniel Bryan's neck may have been injured on the previous suplex, continued. Oh, the assault, driving Daniel down in a nasty, brutal German release suplex. That could have crippled Bryan right there. But Gulak was not finished yet. An inverted superplex, driving Daniel face first, all the wind out of Bryan's body, allowing Gulak to execute the Dragon Sleeper submission, but Bryan just one step ahead at that particular moment, able to counter and force Gulak to pass out into yes lock.
And all you have to do is look at Daniel Bryan's beaten, bruised, bloody body to know he was in a fight tonight against a very game Drew Gulak at Elimination Chamber.
Taking his own way, Daniel Bryan showing a little respect for the fight Gulak brought to Philly tonight.